So welcome to this first talk, Growth Hacking for Apps, and really thank you to be here on time with the strike. I guess it was hard. So I'm Alex Jubien. I've been in mobile since 12 years now, and I've been the head of mobile both at Deezer and Virality. And currently, I'm an apps and mobile startups expert. And so I do advise mainly startups for the growth. And there's a strong link between apps and startups. It's really similar, let's say, methodologies. And what describes the most a startup is exponential growth. If we have two phases. The first phase, we want to obtain something that we call product market fit, which is ensuring that we build something that people want. And the second phase is about growth, and we can put methodologies on this to obtain these goals. The first one is customer development, and the second one is growth hacking. That's what startups use today to grow really, really fast and big. So what's growth hacking? It's a mix of creative marketing and psychology, also technical. I mean, most growth hackers have also technical background, and you also mix that with analytics and testing. And you will be able to find at home some resource. We just won't dig into them, but if you want to know more about growth hacking, you will have them here. And you might already know that, but growth hackers do have a rallying cry. Did you already heard that cry? Already hear that cry? Someone? Someone know about HAR? No? So HAR is for acquisition, activation, retention, revenue, and referral. So ensure that you read these slides, Startup Metrics for Pirates. It's really interesting. And basically, it's how do users find your app? Do they have a great first experience? Do they come back? How do you earn money in your app, with your app? And do users tell others about your app? I used to say that without love, there is no hope. So I much prefer these three words, love, money, and growth. And well, the love is an essential part. And talking about love, there will be two workshops that will be focused on that. One with Julia Chalet from Mobile Academy, which is the UX for app marketers. And I will do a workshop myself in the afternoon at 3 on how to build apps that people love. But then, of course, growth is about spreading the love. And I rather define the growth hacking mechanics like you spend one and you get many, whereas instead of spending one and getting one, it's more optimizing stuff. And the first act that we'll study right now is related to my speak of last year, my talk of last year. It's about hacking your existing channels. So you already faced that issue, I guess. You receive a mail, you click a link, you have the app installed, but it leads you to the mobile website, and you have to log in again. It's really cumbersome. And there's a solution to that, which is called deep linking. So deep linking will be good for acquisition, because if people don't have the app installed, it will lead them to the App Store to install it. And it will be good for retention, because if people have the app already installed, it will open directly to the proper content. And well, just remember that deep linking is your everything to app. You are able to leverage all your marketing channels thanks to deep linking. And I guess you have many, many existing marketing channels. So just ensure that you allow them to be efficient also with your app. And we'll study some of them. So it's trending currently because it's an essential component of display retargeting. You can't do retargeting without deep linking. But you also can do mobile web to application, just like Google does with Gmaps. And also mail to app. And this is an essential part. If you have a newsletter, you really can put link into your newsletter that will open your app directly for people that have it installed. That's really powerful. So yeah, if you need to build deep linking, just know that there are solutions out of the box. You have here a map of the main actors. You can read what they provide on their website. We won't dig into that. Just an article on Tamin's blog about the talk of last year. Now let's talk a little bit about app landing page. I guess you already saw app landing pages. Probably you already have one. And I often see marketers that think it's not anymore needed because they do have the App Store pages. In fact, it's really important. It's really important for SEO, but also you want, ideally, that it's a link that your user share. Because if one of your users do share your Android link, the readers of the followers of this user might be on iOS, and then you lose some people in the flow. So if it's your landing page, then it's much more efficient. And again, same for PRs. You want PR people to share your landing page link. That's important. And you can do many things like A/B testing and so on. And with a landing page, you can do something that I call hack expectations. You can launch, in fact, your landing page before your app exists. And that's what many startups do. They do a coming soon landing page. And you will be able to collect email addresses that will send a mail when the app is available. That's what we did at Consult. So Consult is an app for doctors. I'm working for, it's Merck MSD, it's a pharmaceutical group. And Consult is an app for doctors. We'll study that a little bit later. Also you can focus on scarcing the access. With a limited access, it can go more viral, just like invite only. That's what Google did with Inbox. We have a really nice article about that, really big article on creating scarcity to get viral. But the point is that we only talk about pages that describe your app, either on App Store or either on landing page. And it's just as if on the web you only had description of your home page. It's poor. So what we want to do is hack SEO with content, because your app also has many contents. And the good example is My Little App. So this is the top of their landing page. But if you scroll down, you can see a carousel of in-app contents, which is refreshed every 5 days. It's really cool. And you can guess that with SEO, you will be able to arrive on their landing page. And they even went further on mobile web, because on the mobile web, you have really content landing pages. So advertising what's inside the app. Of course, it's crawled by Google, and people can arrive to download the app by this way. And Deezer or Spotify did that as well a lot. I think it drove maybe millions of downloads for them, with many pages on artists, albums, any tracks. The point is that these pages might not bring a lot of downloads by their own. Some bring only 5 downloads, but there are 500,000 of them because they are generated dynamically. So pretty big, and really a huge growth hack for Spotify and Deezer. And how does it work? You find track result in the search result of Google. You come in on the content landing page, and again with deep linking, either you will be led to install the app or to open it directly. So Airbnb does that with a solution called Yozio, and Yozio provides them with this nice, I call that a smart app banner proxy. You know, it's just like a smart app banner, but it's multi-platform and it's nicer. And SlideShare really goes even further. They do deep linking once you click the link. They directly open the app when you click the link. They don't go on the landing page. But they do have a landing page if you don't have the app installed. So pretty efficient. And you will, all this is a premise to what will be trending in the 2 upcoming years, which is app indexing. And lucky you, there will be someone from Google that will explain you everything about that later in the morning. So let's talk a little bit about ISO, a few basics. Just remember that icon, app name, and average ratings are really important. It's really advised to use keywords in the app name, and it works quite well for Pocket, which succeed to be second on save videos, because they use these words in their taglines, in their title. And screenshots, it's really important for screenshots. Just remember that you have to add marketing message to your screenshot. It's essential in ASO. It's the first step we work in when doing ASO. But you also can go further with the hack, and we can do A/B testing on App Store. You can't do that on the App Store page, but what we do is a method that I call App Store Proxy. And what you do is you create a fake App Store page, mobile web page, and you test everything. You can test your icon, you can test your description, you can test the screenshot, and then you measure what works best, and you replicate what works best on your App Store page. This is called the App Store Proxy. And there are tools for that today. You have them here. Is that clear enough? Yeah? Let's go further. Because you can, we saw that hacking ratings and review are really important. You also can hack them. Well, you should not beg for reviews. What you'd rather do, there's a really nice article from Circa about it. You just ask people, do you enjoy our app? Yes, no. And if it's a yes, then you ask them to rate it on the App Store. And if it's a no, you ask them for feedback so that you enhance your product. Okay. So it's just that you encourage high ratings, you avoid negative reviews, you build a better product with the feedback of your users, and the ones that were not happy, you make them happy and ask them for a review. Makes sense. And it went quite well for the kiosk. You can see the amount of ratings, and it's 4.5, more than 300. So it's really good. Sixth hack is about virality. So just remember, virality is about word of mouth. And you have to first ensure that word of mouth happens naturally, even without putting technical mechanics in place. And if it happens, then social media, social networks are just a digital transposition of word of mouth. And there has to be a mutual benefit for sharer and viewer. In the case of Deezer, it's because you want to be cool and share music to your friends. And in their case, they want to discover new music that you give to them. There's a mutual benefit. And it's how it happens regarding social to app. Same as with what we saw in deep linking. People will click on a link on Twitter, and they will be led through the cycle. Either acquisition if they don't have the app, either retention if they have it. And with that, you can create a viral loop, because the people that you acquire or the people that come back into the app will share again. So you have the viral loop that will make you grow without spending a budget. And that works also via email, via SMS, because it's just the way you share. It's not only social networks. So yes, what you want to do is content sharing in your product. This is Deezer and Meetup. Meetup is really interesting for that. So you have native way of sharing now. And you also have new frameworks for easing app sharing. And a really cool one is Google App Invites. So look at what Google App Invites provides. It's really an SDK that you put in your app and that will ease sharing of your app. Facebook also provides stuff. And don't forget email and SMS. SMS is really key. I mentioned consult for doctors, and doctors really use SMS for transmitting the app. And last hack is about referral. When you want to build a referral program, just ensure that you give a symmetric bonus, like get 10, give 10, get 10, just like what Uber does. And you will want to streamline the flow, and you have really, really cool article as well on that subject. But we can go further. We can go further, and Branch, which is a partner today, provides something that will make your referral program personal. When people will arrive, if I invite James, when we will launch the app, will have, oh, Alex sent you this gift, which is much more personal, and the conversion is, of course, much higher. So look at this kind of solution. It's really interesting regarding the amount of conversion. And if we mix it all together, as mentioned, Consult is an app for doctors. So we did quite well on ISO, particularly since the other apps we're competing with are B2C, and we are only focusing for healthcare professionals. So with really good ratings. We ease content sharing. Every content is shareable into the app, which is good for doctors if they want to transmit a case to a peer. And we made the prompts native, because if Consult is for using in consultation, so facing a patient, so we don't want to put pop-ups in front of the doctors at that time. It would annoy them. So we put that natively into the inbox or on the screen. So it's more about UX and ensuring you don't annoy your users, and you give them the time, you give it timely at the good timing. So this is really interesting. So the collect feedback, you already had it. If they don't like it, they will give us feedback, and that works. And what we did is that if they are happy, so of course we ask for ratings as seen earlier, but when we have enough ratings, what we do is that we also ask for sharing. So we just keep a few people that, we do have an algorithm to do that, and we keep a few people for ratings, but we ask them for sharing a lot. And well, We don't have yet results because we just built that, but I do find the mechanics quite amazing. It's a really new growth hack. Well, thank you for your attention, and I hope you did enjoy that talk.